Welcome to Unit 1 of Grade 7. Let's go. This in 3rd grade is supposed to be relatively difficult. I mean, like, for 3rd grades. A robot moves at constant speed. The distance it moves and the time it spends moving are shown in the table. Write an equation to describe the relationship between T and D. over 7 D is equal to T. Yay! So you want to have the lowest amount of hot dogs and the longest amount of minutes, so that's K. Scroll up. There we go. Answer 2 questions about the following table. Mandy earns money based on how many hours she works. The following table shows Mandy's earnings. So use $1 for every $10. $10 for every 1 hour. So you should plot this. So $1 for every 10. 3 for 30. Are Mandy's earnings proportional to the number of hours she works? Correct. At the gas station, gas usually costs $3. This month, there's a sale. For every drink you purchase, you save 20 cents on gas. Assuming your sales savings are less than the cost of your gas, are your total savings on gas proportional? Correct. Six, 4. There we go. Wengar plants trees at a constant rate of 12 trees per every 3 hours. Write an equation that relates P, the numbers of trees, and H, the number of the time she spends planting in hours. So she plants trees at a constant rate. Write an equation that relates P and H, the time she spends planting them in hours. So she plants 12 trees at every 3 hours. 4 trees for every 1 hour. 4, so it's not T. 4T equals H. So for every 3 hours, she has 12 trees. Or no, I think that's flip-flopped. For every 3 hours, she has 12 trees. For H equals P. For 3 hours, she has 12 trees. There we go. Triangle A has a height of 2.5 centimeters and a base of 1.6 centimeters. The height and base of triangle B are proportional to the height and base of triangle A. Which of the following could be the height and base of triangle B? triangle A has a height of 2.3 and a base of 1.6. The height and base of triangle B are proportional to the height and base of triangle A. Okay. So we have 2.5 divided by 1.6. The height to base ratio is 1.5625. So if we plug that in, we multiply that times 1.76. So A's right. B, I can just tell off the bat it's wrong. C's wrong. These two must be right. The quantities of x and y are proportional. Find the constant proportionality. Find the constant of proportionality, R, in the equation y equals Rx. Thank you, my lord. Yoku is putting on sunscreen. He uses 2 milliliters to cover every 50 square centimeters of his skin. He needs to use more sunscreen. He wants to know how many milliliters of sunscreen he needs to cover 325 square centimeters of his skin. How many millimeters of sunscreen does Yoku need to cover 325 centimeters of his skin? Okay. So if we have 50 divided by 2, that's 25. So that's going to be how many centimeters he needs for 1 milliliter. And if we get 325 divided by 25, that'll be 13. Yeah, 13. And 13 is going to be the amount of milliliters he needs for 325 centimeters. The grass in Jamie's yard grew by 16 centimeters in 10 days. It was growing at a constant rate. How many days did it take for it to grow 1 centimeter? So 16 centimeters in 10 days. So 16 divided by 10 is 1.6. That would be 10 divided by 10 over 16. 5 over 8. That's what 5 times 1.25. 0.125. That seems right. Times 5. Multiply that times 5. 6.625. How many centimeters did the grass grow in 1 day? 1.6. Yay! We're so close, yet so far. 3 questions. The following graph, oh Christ help me. The following graph shows the proportional relationship between distance and times it spends traveling. Which are true? The y coordinates of point A represent the total distance a train travels in 500 minutes. So 4 times 60 is 240, and 500 is not equal to 240. So we can say that A is wrong. The train travels 305 kilometers in 3 hours. 375 in 3 hours. So if we, maybe, that's possible. Yeah. 375 kilometers. Oh, 2 questions. Help us. Help us. Which table has a constant proportionality between y and x of 1.5? So y and x. So 5 times 1.5. 23, it should be 34.5. Let's check this. 8 times 1.5, 9 times 1.5, 10 times 1.5. Yay! Which relationship have the same constant of proportionality between y and x as the equation y equals 5 over 2x? So if we multiply, that would be right, wouldn't it? Let's see. No, I don't think that'd be right. Because if you multiply, you have to multiply each side by 2, so it'd be 5x is equal to 2y. 8 divided by 20. Five over 2. That's wrong. 5 over 2. 2.5. I'm going to check 7.5. Yeah. Ooh! No, I don't want to go to that. Yay, 80%. Okay. Let's take the unit test now. See you in part 2.